Hello and welcome back to MoonClan. My name is Frosty and today we are picking up where we left off last time. So I went ahead and I reviewed everybody's comments from last episode. So the ultimate comments I got were definitely a little bit mixed. So I got comments about making Frost a mediator, about making Frost a queen now. I also got comments about waiting until we get kits to maybe find our calling and, go down the queen path from there. So since it was a pretty even divide, I'm going to keep on the warrior track just for now. And we'll definitely re-explore queen as a possibility when it comes to having our own kits if we do get there. That seems like the best compromise. If something changes and I think that the queen or mediator is a better path, then we'll pursue that instead. I also did like a Lizard J's comment too for an idea regarding Frost Whisper's coldness in relation to dreamwalking. So basically what they proposed was that for Frost Whisper growing up, they would have a lot of conversations with cats in their dreams and feel like it was a very meaningful conversation, that they made a lot of progress. But then when that cat woke up, they forgot their dream, whereas Frost Whisper remembered it and didn't understand why that cat was treating them differently. I really like that as a concept, so I'm going to incorporate that into our lore here. So if you have any further ideas or theories about things like that, feel free to let me know, because I really do like that for Frost. I think it makes a lot of sense, especially with how much Frost was changing in their apprenticeship. That could very well be attributed to them kind of coming to terms with how other cats were viewing them, and the expectations that Frost could have of other cats when it comes to dream walking as a whole. I mean, I guess even further than that, that could also just be them trying to figure out their place in the clan, and just what conversations occurred in the dreaming world versus the waking world. There could be some dreams that were just really realistic, and so Frost could have had a hard time distinguishing that from reality. Whereas maybe more fantastical dreams were a bit easier for Frost as he got a bit older. But I'm saying let's not make Frost a queen, and I'm staring at us sitting here in the nursery with our little bunny in the kit. So, again, if something happens, I'll definitely be switching up our roles here in the clan. But for now, we're going to go ahead and jump into Moon 14. Okay, so we take part in a hunting competition. The thrill of the chase ignites our spirit. We reminisce about past adventures with our former mentor. Their fond gaze and shared laughter warm our heart. That was Coyote Path, if memory serves me. You participate in a battle against a rival clan. Claws clash around you. Adrenaline rushes through your body as you hurl yourself into the fray. I wonder which rival clan that was. It's probably a Clay clan, since I think they've been the most antagonistic to us as a whole. But I'm curious to see if we get any events this moon that will suggest otherwise. We spend a quiet night on guard duty watching over our clan. Luckily, nothing seems amiss. The stillness gives us time to reflect on our journey and the cat that we've become. Definitely a little bit more of an introspective moon. I guess it's a little bit of both, really, since it's a lot of activity and then introspection thereof. So I think that's good for us, just to be a bit more mindful too. So Sky Scratch thinks Frost Whisper was nice to them today, low positive effect. But Frost Whisper said they'd cover for Coyote Path, but when it came time, they got Coyote Path in trouble instead. Okay, so we'll interact with Sky Scratch in a good way. Coyote Path, on the other hand, we had a positive and negative interaction with, so either role or we'll do both for them. Jada Shade has gotten a stomachache. And that's it for this moon. There's honestly not much there. Let's go. So let's see what everyone in the Moon Clan is up to. Sparrowstar is having a good day. Stonefruit is just assigning cats to patrol. Judith Shade is trying to remember the taste of the food their Tealigs used to give them. I thought that was a little bit funny since Judith Shade got the stomach ache, so she is maybe missing some softer palated foods right now. So Greenfin went on a long moonlit stroll the other night. Sounds romantic. Let's see if there's any... Oh, there is a prospective and tulip stripe. We've got a little bit of a crush forming. Unfortunately for Bayfer, it's really not her since Greenfin actively dislikes her. Let's see if that is... Oh, that is reciprocated. Ooh. Are they compatible at all? They're not compatible, but they're not incompatible. They're just neutral. So I'm gonna let that develop a bit more because neutral relationships have pretty much just as hard a time keeping as ones that are incompatible, I found. So I'm just gonna let them figure that out, but we may be seeing another couple here soon. Poor Coyote Path is wondering if they're good enough, and we just had some good and bad interactions with them. Let's start off with the positive. Greenfin told me earlier that no other cat in the clan could do what I do. What do you think they meant by that? So our two options here are how could it not be a compliment? And it was a compliment. So it's kind of the same outcome, but a different means of statement. So one of them's a bit more genuine and enthusiastic, and the other is a bit more, I wouldn't say degrading, but that's the only word popping to mind. Since we're still cold, as far as I know, I feel like we'd probably answer with the first. Oh, you really think so? So I guess I should probably go apologize to them for how I reacted then. If I gave a cat a compliment and they ran away crying, I'd probably be a little confused. Oh, poor Coyote Path. I don't want to be mean to you, but I think we're gonna have to. Oh, a playful jab, huh? Good thing warriors are tough. Okay, so an intended insult is brushed off, but a genuine compliment is confused for an insult, so poor Coyote Path is very confused, but that's okay. Maybe they were also just putting up a brave face. In either case, I feel like a horrible person. Sky Scratch is currently complaining about being sent on Dawn Patrol. We had a good interaction with her, so we'll talk to her. Hey Frost Whisper, do you need an escort for anything? I'd love to spend more time with you, and what's a better way than helping you around? Is this a prospective for us, maybe? Oh, they barely like us. That's for us. We still don't like anybody like that. Okay, we're currently aloof, which I still think is a colder trait. Batting at our tail this moon. Fluff Kid is yowling as loud as they can. Poor Moonfern. Okay, but here we've got our newest additions to the clan. We've got Comfrey Kit, looking a little bit older. She's pestering older cats to play with her. Whisker Kit, who looks like he's got like a little beard or something. He's so cute. She's sitting all alone. Sorry. Then we got Flood Kit, who's reciting facts about different kinds of beetles in the middle of camp. I still love his little pants with the heart on them. Then finally Misty Kit, who looks a little bit different than the others, since he's got more white and green eyes. But he's trying to sneak out of camp and he's acting smug. I feel like the mom probably resembles Misty Kit most. Alright, I think that's everything exciting going on with the cats themselves. So we'll go ahead and go on our LifeGen patrol. The deputy is forming a border patrol. Do we want to volunteer? I don't know if we've really got that many aspirations, but since last episode Frost Whisper is trying so hard to prove himself and fit in with the clan, I think we will. We join the patrol and do an excellent job securing the clan's borders. Our vigilance is noted. I really do like how this game goes into details about all the various herbs and their uses, and possible drawbacks for them as well. Good for all coughs, all wounds, and all poisons, but it'd be dangerous to assume Tansy has no downsides. Bites back quietly teaches Lilac Paw how Tansy is also used to erase the passing or ease the passing of mortally wounded cats, and to induce losing of litter and queens whose pregnancy is risking their life. This means it's not used for pregnant or nursing queens, nor for kits. Okay, so for our monthly border patrol, Jada Shade notices some suspicious paw prints in the mud beneath the canopy, so I need to proceed. The paw prints do lead to a trespassing rogue. We quickly hide ourselves behind the bush and set off an ambush that sends the rogue fleeing off to territory. Our hunting patrol brings back a huge amount of prey. I don't think we're hurting. Okay, I sent Stonefruit and Coyote Path out on an actual date this time. Stonefruit suggested it might be a good time to practice teamwork with Coyote Path. Stonefruit isn't a confident cat. But for Coyote Path, they swear they'll always stay strong. Aw, that's so cute. I just noticed too that they're both insecure / nervous with a thinking and clever trait. So even though they aren't really confident in their own abilities, they're both very thinking and clever. So I think they do have a lot of similarities, and the fact that Stonefruit is willing to step above his shortcomings for Coyote Path, that's just really sweet. I just sent our last patrol, including ourselves and Weasel Reed, out on a hunting patrol because, to be honest, with our actual skills, I didn't really know where we fit with dreaming, cleaning, and healing. So it looks like we found a little leaf lizard. I pounce on the little creature and carry the nice mouthful home. We're only bringing back a small amount of prey, but altogether, we have enough food for up to 73 warriors. And with our current going rate, we have basically 4 months of getting nothing before we would start getting hungry, so I think we're well equipped there. Oh no, moving into Moon 15, our paw gets stuck in a 2-leg trap, and while we eventually escape, our leg is heavily injured. That's not good. Hopefully we recover from that sooner than later, but for now I think we'll kind of take a more active interest in some of the goings on around camp to kind of compensate for lack of patrol. Frost Whisper thinks the prey Lilac Paw is biting into on the other side of camp looks delicious, so we're getting a little jealous of poor Lilac Paw, who's just enjoying some food. And Hollow Pelt thinks Frost Whisper was nice to them today. Wow, so we're going to be mean to the Medicine Cat Apprentice and nice to our angry old rival. Moonfern finally feels back to normal after the strain of birthing a litter. Ravensong has gotten heat stroke, it is Greenleaf, and he is a black cat. And Jada Shade no longer has a stomachache. Not too much excitement besides our own shortcomings there, honestly. So let's go ahead and check out some of the cats here. Sparrowstar is currently thinking about what to say at the gathering. Stonefruit is overthinking a recent encounter with a rival clan. So maybe just because of how Stonefruit presented the problem to Sparrowstar, Sparrowstar may be thinking that we could have some kind of border issues or other clan interpersonal relationships that he's going to need to fix at the gathering. Here's Lilac Paw, she's all grown up. She's still mellow, curious about StarClan, and oddly resourceful though. Honestly, I think those are pretty much perfect traits for a medicine cat. You don't want somebody who's going to break or snap easily. Someone interested in StarClan and resourceful on the healing front. And we get to antagonize her. Huh? Is that really true? Who else agrees with you? Did Comfrey Kit get you to say that? Lilac Paw rushes off in panic. Aww, Lilac Paw, no. I'm sorry. We just have very misguided jealousy issues, honestly. Okay, I've got actually a question if anybody familiar with LifeGen may know. I thought the side of the heart was tied to the cat's, like physical sex, but Lilypaw is born female, as is Bayfur, and their flirt options are on other sides. And I guess Pigeon Fleck is on the same side as, say, like Greenfin. So the only other theory I've got then is that the heart is tied to, like, if you're in better standing with the cat versus worse standing with that cat. So, like, if we're in better standing, then it's going to be on the talk to side, which is, you know, the positive side. Maybe if we're in worse standing, it'll be on the insult side. That's genuinely the only other thought I would have about that. Because that's pretty neutral there. And, I mean, we like Bayfur, but we also dislike Bayfur. Okay, so I think I may have answered my own question there, but if anyone wants to confirm or deny that, I won't say no. We're currently thinking about StarClan, as we're sitting in our nest with our foot all torn up. So, I mean, I guess now is as good a time as any to be a bit more reflective, since there's not really much to do physically. I don't really know exactly what shape that thinking about StarClan takes. Whether it's just a question about our immortality, or, you know, a passive question we may have about StarClan. Not sure yet. At least we're not the only ones in our litter 6, so let's go ahead and talk to Ravensong. We don't have much else to do. You prod a sleeping Ravensong with the side of your paw. They swat you away. Just a little longer. Okay, well now I just feel mean for bothering him, and he also doesn't feel bad. But maybe Weaselreed will, you know, come in and say hi to us. Frost Whisper, we gotta get on a patrol together. Do you think if we asked Stonefruit they'd let us? Hang on, I'm gonna go ask them. Before we can say anything, Weaselreed takes off across camp to go hunt down Stonefruit, who seems to be busy doing something else. You consider stopping Weaselreed, but then realize it's probably futile. Who's ever been able to stop Weaselreed from going after what they want? I feel like we were probably just sitting in our nest with our paw like all tucked up under us. And Weaselreed came in and said that and then sped out before we could be like, Weaselreed, actually we can't really walk right now. Sorry. Hollowpelt is feeling happy. That may well be tied to why he is, you know, regarding us positively, but we'll go ahead and talk to him. Hehehe, Hollowpelt is laughing to themselves. They must be remembering a funny joke from earlier. We can either leave them alone or ask about the joke. I feel like Frost would normally leave them alone, but since we did interact with them, we'll go ahead and inquire. Oh hey, you want to know what I was laughing at? Oh, StarClan, was I being that obvious? I didn't think anyone was going to notice. Sky Scratch told me this hilarious joke earlier. It was like, Snark, what type of plant sneaks up on you? An ambush. Ah ha 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 ha. Well, you don't think that's funny? Psh, you're no fun. It's an ambush. You get it? 'Cause a bush is like a plant. Let's also go ahead and talk to Swanspot, since, again, we're stuck in camp, and I feel like our own mother would probably want to check in on us at least a little bit. Sigh. Hi, Frost Whisper. Yeah, I just got back from a hunting patrol. I utterly embarrassed myself. I had a mouse literally walk into my paws, and I still failed to grab it. Yes, that's true. I'm not always going to succeed. The best I can do is get back up and get back to it. You're right. You're always right. Thank you. I honestly relate to that so hard, though. Like, I'm just not coordinated at sports, and whenever anybody tried to include me in PE, they always regretted it. Like, the thought that is burned into my mind is the time I was like, yeah, pass the ball to me during basketball in middle school. And I had my hands up, like, on either side of my face, like a basketball width apart, like, ready to catch it. And they're like, okay, we're gonna throw it to you. And, like, I just watched through this frame of my hand as this ball was hurling at my face, and I did nothing. I did not react at all as the ball hit me square in the nose. And then I just, like, looked down at it like, oh. I don't know what I was expecting to happen. but that memory still haunts me. Yeah, River? What? Do you feel bad about that story? You shouldn't. Middle school's the worst time. Other people had a lot worse than that. Exactly. And since we're all relegated to camp, I think we should also talk to the kits. Little kit gazes at themselves in the reflection of a puddle. Is it normal for my fur to stick out like this? I just can't seem to make it stay flat. It's your little cheek fur, probably. Fluff Kit is nervous for their apprentice ceremony. Hey Frost Whisper, want to hear about all the things I like? I like fresh kill and leaves and puddles and rain clouds and normal clouds, my friends and MoonClan and fighting and playing and sleeping and... Oh, StarClan, Fluff Kit is going on forever and he really has some stuff you need to get to today. Oh, I feel really bad about this, but we're aloof. And I don't think we'd stay. And there's no option to be like, hey, sorry, I gotta go. So we'll just walk away. Wait, where are you going? I wasn't finished yet. Frost Whisper, come back. Aw. You end up getting your task done, but out of the corner of your eye, you see little Fluff Kit slinking back into the nursery, tail drooping. No, I feel so bad, Fluff Kit. We'll make it up to him. Comfrey Kit is growing fond of Flood Kit. Oh, I'm really sorry. I think I forgot your name. After what we just did to Fluff Kit, we deserve that. Whisker Kit is hoping to make a friend today. I hope that friend isn't us. Oh, hey, Frost Whisper, what's wrong? You're worried about how much time I spend by myself? Psst, don't worry about it. I keep myself plenty of company. You are your own best friend, after all. Heh 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 heh. Whisker Kit stares wistfully off into the distance at all the other cats around camp sharing tongues. You are way too young to worry about things like that. Flood Kit is currently correcting Sky Scratch on something trivial. I love listening to the Elder stories. They are so exciting. Do you think I could be in a story someday? Like a real hero? I'll make sure to do something amazing, then the Elders will tell stories about me. I hope you do, Flood Kit. Misty Kit doesn't want to grow up yet. You still got time. Sniffle, what happened to Gray Kit? I missed them. I was not emotionally prepared for that. They're gone? Well, when are they coming back? I was not emotionally prepared for that. And yeah, we can't do any patrols because we are hurt, so we can't also do any LifeGen patrols consequently. So I'll just send out everybody else. Oh wow, we gathered quite a few things and also discuss some things that came up at the last Half Moon meeting. Our border patrol comes across a small dog right on the border of our territory. We pace towards it, claws out for up, backed up with the courage of our clan mates. We break into an attack, covering each other as they push the creature away from the land. I'm setting Stonefruit and Coyote Path out together again. And it's the same thing. I just think they're cute. We notice some suspicious paw prints, so we have to proceed here. And we send off the rogue that left them. Ooh. I like this artwork. This looks like it's from something though. Maybe it's not, but I really feel like that's from a horror movie. Anyway, we're approaching a two-leg nest in the woods while hunting. So we're most likely to antagonize. We don't have any traits that would prevent us from doing something potentially dangerous. I don't honestly know what the consequences of this would be. Usually it's like two-leg kits scare you away, but I only really know about the windmill otherwise, which isn't really anything much there. I'm just scared that we're gonna get trapped or something. I think we'll go ahead and proceed though, just to scout it out since we don't have any cautious traits on this patrol. Okay, two-leg kits scare the patrol away. Sounds about right. And we only bring back a little bit of prey this moon, but that's totally fine since we've got a surplus. Moving into Moon 16, a fierce battle leaves you injured. Licking your wounds, you reflect on the cost of conflict. I wonder if that battle actually took place deeper in the heart of our territory, since I don't really see any circumstances where we'd be on patrol and easy to attack. You share a haunting tale with the apprentices. Looks like we got a couple of ceremonies this moon. Icy Ice has been looking forward to their moons of rest as an elder. They happily retire, quickly settling into the den. Icy Ice is going to be such a character in the den, I feel like. But we'll see what happens there. As the StarClan cat sets forward to give Lilac Paw their new name of Lilac Chaser, they spot Blue Runner watching them proudly from among the StarClan cats. Aw, that's really nice that Blue Runner was there for Lilac Paw. I also don't really hate Lilac Chaser as a name. It's very unique. I don't know if Chaser is the suffix I would have thought of for Lilac, but I really don't hate it as a name. Alrighty, so Frost Whisper always thought Icy Ice had it all figured out, so they're surprised when Icy Ice asks them for help. That could also be related to just, stepping down in duties from warrior to elder. Actually asking for that assistance that maybe they've been needing the past couple of moons. And then realizing that everybody is only a cat after all, since we're not really human here. Swanspot finds that Frost Whisper's piece of prey looks tastier and asks if they'd like to swap. We agree happily, saying that they like that one better. Hollowpelt acknowledges us with a twitch of their whiskers, which is neutral. But I think we're actually starting to come to an agreement with Hollowpelt. Okay. Looks like Pigeon Fleck's mangle tail is healed, but they'll always carry evidence of the incident on their pelts. Raven Song has recovered from heat stroke. Fleck woke up with a mild headache, but got up to play anyways, trying to ignore the nagging pain. The Bliss Clan Medicine Cat comes asking if we have any dandelion to spare. However, we only have enough for ourselves and we refuse to share. We did just recently lose all of our stores. For just this one perfect moment, heads pressed together and speaking their commitment in front of the clan, there is nothing in Sparrowstar and Bitespeck's worlds but love. That is so sweet, and I feel horrible because with this challenge, Bitespeck can't have a mate. But just the fact that it's Sparrowstar makes me wonder if Sparrowstar is going to be like, no, we're the exception. I don't care. We will be the exception, I mean, they very clearly have a lot of feelings for one another. Since this doesn't explicitly say that they're mates, I'm gonna check. Okay. That was their very cute verbiage for them becoming mates. Oh no. Why did you have to be a medicine cat, Bitespeck? The only other choice I see here is that we make the newly named Lilac Chaser the sole medicine cat and Bitespeck steps down to become an elder, where he'll be free to make his own choices. I feel like the timing of that, Lilac Chaser getting her name and then Bitespeck becoming mates, is a little too coincidental otherwise. At least in terms of how the clan would see it, but man, leaving a brand new medicine cat to take care of everybody is daunting. And while we're on her though, let's check out Lilac Chaser a bit more in detail here. She's finding a new approach to a battle move that she's been struggling with. I remember in the books that medicine cats do still have to learn warrior moves just in case they, are ever in actual danger without a warrior especially. She kept a mellow trait, but has become a philosopher with a deep StarClan bond. They were mentored by Bitespeck, who influenced them to be more likely to dwell on things, be ready for a fight, heed their inner compass, and step out of their comfort zone. Bitespeck helped them become better at thinking outside the box. They graduated their honor for their hard work at 13 moons old. Okay, so I just checked here. With both of our medicine cats, we can take care of a clan of up to 33 cats. This is 25 here, 26, 27, 28, 29, with all the kits here. So, if we make Bite Speck an elder, or otherwise just step him down from becoming a medicine cat, then that means that Lilac Chaser is definitely not going to have the capability to take care of everybody by herself. The caveat, I suppose, to that is that we do have a bunch of kits who are only a couple of moons away from becoming apprentices themselves and could choose to follow a medicine cat role as well. So I think just to keep us as true to the challenge as we can, because I don't think I can stop the Sparrow Star Bite Speck thing from happening, nor do I really want to, honestly. So I think just to keep true to the challenge, we're gonna set Bite Speck down. It really stinks that that's the choice that we have to make, but that's what I think makes the most sense for where we're at with the clan. And if we really get in a pinch, I'm sure Bite Speck can help, and I don't think Sparrow Star would say anything about that. So we'll go ahead, and I guess we'll switch him over to just a regular warrior, since that would be a technical demotion in the eyes of the challenge. And if he wants to retire, since he is getting up there, he can make that choice in the coming moons. Sparrow Star wants to learn some more battle moves, though, while Stonefur is still overthinking a recent encounter with another clan. I'll pay for singing a lullaby to the kits. She's shameless, so maybe a little bit loudly, but she's also a great singer, so it probably sounds pretty nice. Also, I'm sorry if I've got like some weird vocal things going on. I just can't seem to keep my voice for the life of me. I was like out and about and like working out earlier, so that's probably not helping, but I'm trying. Okay, so here's Pigeon Flick with her new scarring. It's a bit harder to see, but it looks like she does have some at the base of her tail and the tip of her tail. And who knows how much in between. So she's really just been going through the ringer here. Looks like all the scars were caused by the fox too. So that was probably really scary for her to, you know, be getting those wounds in the moment. This is just such a funny thing. Nearly faints upon seeing Tulip Stripe tracking Mud into the den. Since Sky Scratch is a humble cat, I feel like she probably keeps her like inner aesthetic demands to herself, but meanwhile is just seeing this happen and is completely freaking out. But then when she actually goes to ask the cat about it, it'd probably be a very polite way of like, oh, did you realize that you were a little bit muddy earlier? Could you maybe try and like, you know, wipe down before you come in the den? It's fine if you don't, but just for next time. We are currently playing a prank on Bite Speck, so I guess we'll go ahead and talk to him. Not now. You know what? His current status is forbidding anyone from disturbing him, so that is fair. Oh, I'm also going to go ahead and make a note while I'm thinking about it. I don't think we're going to lose track that he was once a medicine cat, but just in case. Again, I really hate that we had to make that choice, but I want to try and keep it true to the, you know, spirit of the challenge. Let's also talk to Swamp Spot. Hey, they are a parent, and Baby did have a good relationship with them this moon. Oh hi, you wanted to speak to me? Sure, I suppose, I'm not busy. The clan has been well recently, hasn't it? Flood Kids seemed in a pleasant mood, judging from the slight spring in their step. I'm genuinely glad for them. The day is ours for the taking, and I'm glad everyone's ready for it. That's nice. Icy Ice is currently telling stories about when they were young. We invite Icy Ice to sneak out of camp on a late night walk with us. I think I'm okay. I'd prefer a quiet night in if that's alright with you. Make sure you're careful though. I'll try and cover for you if you get caught, but no promises. I don't really think our clan would care about anybody trying to go outside after dark. We are MoonClan after all. But I do think it's really funny how she was just like, no. Poor little kid has a lot on their mind right now. Okay, that's a fun status, Fluff Kit. That's my brain at 2 a.m. honestly. I've seen the statuses where it's just like a big long meow, but not like grah. Comfrey Cat is asking Messing Cat about Sar Clan. Whisker Kid is sitting all alone. Fluck Kid is telling Bitespec that they should really know more about different kinds of moss by now. And Misty Kid is bouncing around in excitement. Since we did leave Fluff Kit hanging despite his current mood, I am going to talk to him. We tell Fluff Kit that you like their pretty feather. Thanks, it's for Grey Kit. Could you help me put it in their nest? I'm hoping that when they see it in Star Clan they'll like it so much that they'll come back down to MoonClan and we can play together again. I shouldn't have talked to Fluff Kit. I'm not ready for that. Why is everybody... I mean, I understand why everybody's hinged on Grey Kit, but I don't like being reminded. Alright, Lilac Chaser, I'm sorry, you're on your own. Exactly, River. Except maybe River. She gets some horsetail. Okay, so we are going on patrol. I am trying to make a point of sending very experienced warriors with our least experienced warriors. I don't know if this is actually true, but I feel like I have noticed that cats gain more experience when it's that sort of distribution versus a lot of inexperienced or a lot of experienced cats. But in any case, for our border patrol of the moon, we hear a cat begging for their housefolk to come back, just barely legible over the sound of a monster speeding away. Also, I really like the new artwork for this, even if it makes me sad to think about the cat, you know, in distress. We are most likely to antagonize, but it is currently Greenleaf, and we've got a surplus of food. So I think this is going to be our exception where we are going to actually proceed here. We find a kitty pet collapsed by the Thunderpath wailing for their housefolk. The only explanation that they have is that they were sick for why they were left. They tentatively accept our offer, looking longingly at the Thunderpath as they are led away. Oh my god, that name. Morbius Bear has joined the clan. I love Morbius Bear already. And that improves our relationships with outsiders. The major downside to this is obviously while it's another mouth to feed, it's also going to be another cat to heal. And Lilac Chaser already has the odds stacked against her right now. So hopefully Morbius Bear is not too sick. Oh, here's Morbius Bear. She's currently looking around the camp with wonder. An adult female with silver eyes and a torty brown striped pelt, it looks like. She is flexible and a master of territories. And she's sick with red cough. Okay, I really like Morbius Bear, but I would definitely recommend not getting too attached since red cough has a pretty high mortality rate and Lilac Chaser is on her own with not as many herbs as I would like, so I really hope she pulls through. I'm just not going to keep my hopes up too high. But she's so pretty, look at her, with the orange flecking. I really like the torties in this game. Okay, Morbius Bear, you can do it. Our first hunting patrol fails. It's extremely hot today, and the hunting patrol is having a hard time staying on task. Swanspot debates turning back home. I think since I'm sending out multiple hunting patrols anyway, Swanspot would probably be a bit more cautious about making sure we're taking care of ourselves. because Ravensong happened to end up on patrol with her, and he's already gotten heat stroke once. I don't think Swanspot is going to invite that again. We don't have any cats that are going to force us to proceed or force us to go back, so I'm going to err on the side of caution in Swanspot's place. We're not going to proceed. Okay, our last patrol is a border patrol. Judas Shade sees 2 kids from Crooked Clan playing close to the border. We don't have anything that is going to force us to proceed here, I don't think. But while we are most likely to antagonize, we're never going to antagonize in this case, and I'm going to say why. So, within this challenge, we are basically being meant to emulate what the clans in the game, or what the clans in the book series actually do, at least to start off, because they changed their morals quite a bit throughout the series, both intentionally and unintentionally, I think. And one of the main rules is that no cat can ever hurt a kit and must help a kit if they see a kit in active danger. This particular encounter is always going to kill the kits if we antagonize. So that goes against the very principle of the challenge. So with that in mind, we're never going to antagonize kits because I don't want to break the basis of the challenge, basically. So we can either be helpful if we're feeling generous, which we've already been generous once this moon, or we could just ignore it that it's happening. So they're playing close to the border, but they're not on our side. So not our problem, do not proceed. It's not their problem that those kits are alone and vulnerable. Crooked Clan should keep a closer eye on their kits. Okay, that's not really what I was going for there. So maybe, I guess, in the spirit of the challenge, next time we will proceed to try and help the kits, because again, if kits are in danger, we shouldn't turn a blind eye per the warrior code. So I guess maybe next time we'll just straight up proceed, because that's the only good outcome for the kits, even if it sometimes ruins clan relationships. But I think we'll go ahead and leave that off here. I apologize again for my scratchy voice this go. I've just been having a rough go of it this week and it's not been any better. I tried to wait and it's just not clearing up, so hopefully by the time next episode rolls around, whatever is kicking around my system will finally be gone. But with my allergies, my guess is that's not going to be the case, sadly. But regardless, feel free to check out links in the description below. There's a couple of different things down there, including a link to the Discord if you want to come hang out, see some behind the scenes and sneak peeks as they come around, and a Twitch if you would like to give me a follow over there. I am streaming at least weekly. So, thank you as always to Parental Units for supporting the channel. But regardless, thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and stay happy. I'll see you next time, and bye!